Hello, regrets. We're back with some more Buffalo Sabres franchise mode in FHM 12. And in this one, we have the offseason of year number 9 heading into year number 10. That is right. But honestly, there's not really much that I want to do in this offseason. Well, there are a couple things we have to do, but they're going to be fairly quick. So first off, we're going to be approaching a couple of goaltenders, and Gabriel Dyke, he was a 2.5-star ability. He didn't really have great stats last year in the NHL. 8 games played, .987 save percentage. But the main attraction to him was that he was cheap. I only had to give him 1.4 for 2 years. And then also Luke Brunin, who is a 2-star ability. And he does not have any NHL experience, but once again, only cost $1 million, so I figure it couldn't hurt. And then the next thing we're going to be doing is trading Alexander Romanov. He is a 2.5-star ability at this point, 34 years of age. He only had 26 games played last year, and that wasn't due to injury. That was just due to him sitting on the bench most of the time. So we're going to be flipping him for, I think it's a 4th-round pick is the best thing we're going to be able to get back for him, unfortunately. Yeah. So really just a cap dump trade. And it's unfortunate too, because I would have liked to hold on to him. He's got that 16 shutdown defenseman rating. When he did play last year, he was very good with the hits, 23 hits in 26 games played, usually has somewhere around 100, but he is getting up there in age. He is making 5.36 for the next year on his contract. We need to free up as much cap as we can so that we can get slightly under the salary cap and sign those 2 goaltenders. So I think we will send him to a team that needs left defenseman and is a contender, assuming we can find a team like that. Yeah, Dallas seems to fit the bill. They need left defenseman and they're a win now team. And they are offering a 4th-round pick for 2035. Not that that's really going to matter, but we'll accept that offer anyway. So there you go. We're now down to 89 million, which means we have enough to sign those 2 goaltenders there. So I'm going to send down Gusev. And then I guess the next thing we should do is sign some depth, because we really don't have much. We don't have much in terms of depth defensemen or forwards signed. So if anybody gets injured, we don't have any call-ups here. So I think that's what I would like to do here in free agency as well. So I'll sign Ethan Gauthier. He's a 2-star ability defenseman, only asking for $1 million for 2 years. I will sign Bo Damphouse. He's a right defenseman, once again, only asking for $1 million for 2 years. I will sign the 2-star ability winger Benedikt Schweigkoffler. had to practice that pronunciation beforehand. I will give him $1 million for 2 years. And I'll also sign the center Mikael Eriksson. He is a 2-star ability, and he should only be asking for $1 million here. Yeah, 1.05, that works for me. And I guess we'll go with one more. We'll sign Lucas Elinas, the left winger, who's a 2-star ability, and once again, only asking for $1 million. And so with all those depth players now approached, I think we can advance to the draft order announcement on July 5th. All right, here we go. Draft lottery time. At number 16, you have Florida, followed by St. Louis again, Philly, Toronto, Nashville, Boston, Philly, Seattle, Columbus, Vegas, Florida. So Colorado moves up. Utah at number 4, Seattle at number 3. And at number 2 will be Tampa, followed by Colorado at number 1. All right, here we go. Time for the draft. We do not have a 1st or 2nd round pick this year, as we did trade them for Mr. Morgan Burgart. So let's see who's available for us in the 3rd round here as we advance. I'm not sure it's going to be anything too good here. And we're at pick 94, and the top 4 is all goaltenders. So you know what? We may as well. Samuel Palisari, he's a 3-star potential. We will take him. It's not like it really matters at this point. We're going into year number 10, right? So you know what? Like I said, it's not like this really matters at this point since we're heading into the last year here. So let's just have the computer finish the draft. And I believe we got all of our approached players. We got Dyke, Gauthier, Eriksson, Elinas, Brunin, and Damphouse, and then Schweigkoffler as well. So, yep, that seems to be everybody. Let's check on the roster situation. We are slightly above the salary cap ceiling at $95.5 million, but once we send some players down for the regular season, that should be fixed, because we're currently at 28 players on the roster. Obviously, we're going to have to send 5 players down. So at this point, we should be good to advance, I guess, to the Hall of Fame inductions. It's going to be a really short offseason. And inducted in the Hockey Hall of Fame this year are Evgeny Malkin, Brad Marchand, Andrzej Kopitar, and Pekka Rinne. All right, we're at the end of the preseason, and this is our roster heading into year number 10. You have Levi and Dyke in net. On defense, you have Dahlin, Evans, Burgart, now a 3.5-star ability. What did I say? I mean, he initially only had a what was it, 3-star potential. He was a 2.5-star ability, 3-star potential. Now he's a 3.5-star ability, 4-star potential. He's panned out exactly how I thought he would. He's been great so far. Great acquisition. Starting over here, you have Dahlin, Evans, Alofsson, Faber, Burgart, Morrow, and England. And then at forward, you have McKenna, who's now actually a center. And then you have Misek, Aram Olsen, Stenberg, Eklund Asp, Hellenius, Benson, Pedersen, Griva, Skarepa, Bartos, Onifrievich, Eriksson, and then Holmberg. So that being said, let's get underway with the year 10 simulation. Oh, right. No, Oslin is back. So actually, that means we may have to clear up. Okay, no, we're good. We're good with the salary cap. So we can send down. Now we can send down Eriksson. Good. So Oslin's back right in time for the start of the regular season. So hopefully that major injury of his did not set him back too much. He's still a 4-star ability according to his team scouting. So hopefully he made a full recovery and he can be just as much of a dominant player for us this year as he was. As it has been rather for the past couple of seasons. First major injury there, Aram Olsen, 3 to 4 months. Oh, that's bad. That's a bad one. Onifrievich out, 1 to 2 months. So I suppose I will call up. Nope, I won't call up Eriksson. He's also out for 3 to 4 months. So I will call up Elenas. Hampus Englund is down 1 to 2 months, and he's now at a 3.5-star ability, 4.5-star potential. So Englund has really made a name for himself this season. 41 points in 53 games played. He's been phenomenal so far. But the good news is that Aram Olsen has finally returned from his injury. He's only played 4 games so far this year, and he had 8 points in those 4 games. So that's a really big return from the injury list. But unfortunately, like I said, we're losing Englund for a while, so hopefully that does not hurt us too much, as we're currently 46-10-1. This is a really good team, so we're just going to keep going ahead until basically the end of the regular season. Oh boy, Aram Olsen down again, 2 to 3 weeks. All right, it's not too bad. And just like that, almost the exact same day that Aram Olsen got injured, Hampus Englund is coming right back. So trading spots on the injured reserve list are Englund and Aram Olsen. Well, we have finished the regular season, and we are 69-13-2 for 140 points on the season. Boston, as you can see up in the top right corner here, Boston ruined our bid for 70. So that was unfortunate, and they only had 36 wins on the season, so that was very unfortunate for sure. But nonetheless, that was an outstanding season for your Buffalo Sabres. I mean, let's take a look at this goal differential. 187 goal differential. I mean, wow, that home record, 41-1. That's kind of crazy. This team is amazing. I'm not sure if I've ever, in terms of NHL teams at least, I'm not sure if I've ever built a more dominant team, at least in one particular season, right? Because I think overall, over the stretch of a long course of time, I think Calgary was definitely the most dominant in terms of the amount of cups won, right? But just in terms of overall dominance in a single season, this Buffalo Sabres roster is definitely, I would say, the most dominant. Just nothing but stud players up and down the roster. Like 2/3 of our roster is at least 3.5-star ability. This is a really insanely good team. Let's take a look at the player stats. You have Misek leading the way with 84 points in 80 games played. You have Stenberg with 82, Oslin with 78, Dahlin with 76, McKenna with 74, Faber with 62, Skarepa and Hellenius with 59, Benson with 57. It's pretty clear why this team was able to succeed the way it did all year long. We have so much depth scoring on this team. Hampus Englund, the breakout defenseman, he only played 25 games last season, 16 points, but this year he didn't play a portion of the season due to a long-term injury. I think it was 1 or 2 months. And in the games that he played, 62 games played, 50 points. Then you have Dorian Eklund-Ass with 49, Burgart 48. I mean, what a pickup he was. Then you have Pettersson with 45, Holmberg with 41, the 2.5-star talent. You have Riker, the 33-year-old Riker Evans with 36 points, Griva with 34, Ellefson with 26, Bartos and Aram Olsen with 23. And for Aram Olsen, that was in 18 games played. Obviously, he was injured for that long period of time, and then now he's still day-to-day with a separate injury, but still he should be good for the playoffs, right? And then Morrow with 22 points, Onofrievich with 20, Elenis with 7 and 13, and then Damphouse with 2 and 7. And then in goal, I think this is what really made the difference, to be honest with you. Levi in 46 games played had 6 shutouts and a 905 save percentage, but Gabriel Dag in 39 games played had 7 shutouts and a 924 save percentage. So I don't know really how to describe this team, except it's just amazing. Up and down the roster, every single player was necessary to our success. Like every single player was incredible. Was a great simulator, played their role well, and it's just a very cohesive team that just works. And I have no complaints. I have no complaints whatsoever. If this team doesn't win the Stanley Cup, then I don't know what team will. I mean, obviously we already won the Stanley Cup twice, but you know, we have the makings of a winning recipe for sure. I mean, this has got to be an NHL record, right? For 69 wins in a season. Could have been 70, but you know, I'll take it. Yeah, it's a really good team. Really, really good team. And unfortunately, it looks like Ostlund is going to be out to start the playoffs. He's got a 2 to 3 week injury there. But luckily, Aram Olsen should be back in time for the start of the playoffs. So I'll put him on the roster right now. But yeah, I guess at this point, there's really not much else to do except see who we have in the playoffs. Oh my God. We got the Norris Trophy nominees sweep. Brock Faber, Morgan Burgart, and Rasmus Dahlin all nominated for the Norris Trophy. We are guaranteed the Norris Trophy this year. That's crazy. And yours truly nominated for GM of the Year. It's about time. Elliot Pettersson nominated for the Selke. Man, this is just such a dominant team. Holy moly. Rasmus Dahlin for the Ted Lindsay. Spencer Carberry for the Jack Adams. I should certainly hope so. What a team. Let's see what we have in the playoffs. And it will be the 44, 33, and 7 Columbus Blue Jackets. So with that being said, we're ending things off here, but not before I thank the channel members. Thank you guys so much for all your support. And I'll see you guys in the next one when we go through the final playoffs with your 69-win Buffalo Sabres.